Almost home. It's nighttime now. It's 7:02 p.m. On my way back to the house, and I really hope y'all enjoyed the video. Like I said, I didn't have a whole lot to say. I just wanted to get out and just ride and kind of clear my head a little bit and talk to y'all a little bit about the car, let you know what was going on with it. I just hope you enjoyed the video. Please like and subscribe to my channel. Like this video and subscribe to my channel, and again, I'll be making more and more videos. You know, I'm gonna let the camera continue rolling for a little while before I end it. So yeah, I just really want to let y'all see how, kind of get a sense of how well taken care of this car has been, and to let you see, like, kind of get a glimpse into how well it performs and how well it rides on the road. It's been a great car. I just really enjoy driving this car. Like, I don't care to really have another vehicle at this time. This car has everything I need, everything I want in a vehicle. I'm so satisfied with it. It's not even funny. Like, I can't even put into words how satisfied I am with it. It's amazing. And for those of you who, if you've ever had any kind of negative opinions about town cars, and you've never experienced one, you need to experience one of these vehicles. Again, these vehicles will change your life as it relates to vehicles. Like, you really do have to spend a lot of money to get this type of ride. Like, you have to at least step up to you have to at least go to a Mercedes-Benz S-Class to get this kind of ride. And I'd be willing to even say that you got to step up to a Rolls Royce to get this type of ride. Like, I've driven one Rolls Royce, and it was a 98 model Rolls Royce that I drove, but that was a smooth riding car. S-Class is real close to this kind of ride, but like I said before in a previous video, I really think, you know, from my experience, that the Lincoln Town Car rides even better than a Mercedes-Benz S-Class. Like, honestly, I really do feel that you got to step up to a Rolls Royce to get such a smooth ride. Like, you would not get this type of ride in any other car. Like, it is what it is. I'm just being honest with you. Like, you know, I'm speaking from experience. These cars are awesome, y'all. Again, if you have a chance to buy one, by all means, please get one, because you won't regret it. You will not regret it, and that's a fact. That is a fact. I mean, just listen to how smooth and how quiet these cars are. Like, you get only a hint of the engine. Like, they so smooth and quiet. It's just like, it's crazy. I mean, they just, for such a big car, they just so well controlled. You know, if anybody says that these cars, I mean, I guess you can call them a land yacht because of the size, but I really disagree with the land yacht things, the saying that they're land yachts when it comes to performance. I mean, I mean, this car doesn't, bobs and wallows. This car is solid on the highway. Like I said, it doesn't bounce up and down. It glides over everything. I mean, it just smooths everything out. Like, you cannot beat this ride. These cars are just amazing. I can't think of, without having to spend a whole lot of money and going to a Mercedes or a Rolls Royce or something like that. I really don't know any other car that rides like this. Like, I mean, I've never had a vehicle that every time I get behind the wheel, I'm just amazed. I'm real amazed every time I drive it. I'm not driving real fast. I'm driving 50 miles. This highway is a 55 mile an hour limit, but I'm driving 50 because there's just a lot of deer out, and I just don't want to hit anything and tear anything up. So I'm kind of being cautious with my driving, and so I'm just letting y'all know I'm only going 50 miles an hour. At the moment. Another thing I like about these cars is they go on a straight. I mean, they follow wherever that steering wheel is. That's where this car goes. I mean, it's not all over the road. It's so easy to drive. It's pathetic. Like, whoever said that these cars are just all over the road and that they handle poorly, I don't know what they were talking about, because this car right here basically drives itself. I mean, I never fight this car. Even in high winds, this car is straight. Like, wow, that's all I can say is wow. Like, I'm telling you, if you go and drive one of these cars, you're gonna buy it. You're gonna buy it. That's just how amazing these cars are. Like, they really are just some amazing vehicles. Ford Motor Company really, I mean, they could have, they definitely could have did a better job when it comes to certain, like, some of the I guess I could say that they kind of cheapened out on some of the aesthetics as far as interior and stuff like that goes. Like, I really feel like if they had, put top top quality parts on the interior, they really would have had a solid winner. Like, this car would have definitely competed with like a lot more expensive cars, but they decided to cheapen out on certain things, like some of the interiors. they're nice cars, but the interiors aren't the absolute best. I mean, like they, you got cheaper plastics and stuff like that. Had they gone all out, they really would have had a real winner with these cars, because they have an amazing ride. But I'm not complaining. It's still a great car. But it definitely drives itself, basically. Like all I'm doing is just kind of guiding the car along, and it stays in the road pretty much on its own. I definitely don't fight it at all. It's so easy to drive. It's this car is easier to drive than small sports cars, because I've had those too, and shoot, you when you get out of them, you're so tired. I'm always refreshed every time I get out of this car. Like, I can go on the longest drive. Like this drive I had today I've been behind the wheel a good solid 2 hours, and I'm not beat at all. I'm not tired any kind of way. I'm actually refreshed. I mean, I consider this rest when I get behind the wheel of this car and just go for a ride, because I'm able to recoup. If I had a bad day, I can go for a ride in this car, and I'm refreshed after a few minutes. Like, what other car do you know that can do that? Like, really? I mean, think hard about it. I mean, you really don't have to think hard, because there really aren't any other cars that can do that for you. I've never driven a Mercedes S-Class for a very long time, but I'd be willing to try one, just to see how refreshed I am after a few hours behind the wheel. That Rolls Royce I drove it for about an hour a few years back. But especially for the price, like these cars, I think this car right here, brand new, was about $49,000. But what other luxury car can you get for that price that drives this nice? I don't know any. And especially newer cars that cost a whole lot more money, with all the technology that they have in them, you can't do it. Like, you won't be able to find a car like that rides this nice. Like, they don't even make cars like this anymore. So it's the end of an era. But my plan is to definitely find another town car, at some point, with low miles this time, and a one owner. Hopefully one owner. I go as far as as being a second owner. I go as far as the car being owned by two people, but I'm definitely not gonna buy one that's been owned by 3, 4, and more people. But I'm definitely gonna be seeking a low mileage town car. As at that point, I'll probably just use this as my everyday vehicle, and the one with the low miles, use it for travel. But I absolutely love this car, y'all. And it took me buying this car to understand what a lot of people who own town cars, how passionate and how they feel about their car. I totally understand now, because these cars are amazing, y'all. These cars are amazing. Like, wow, they ride so well, and they're just so comfortable. So comfortable. I mean, I've never, I've heard people say things like that in the past. I mean, not in the past, but I've heard people say things about their cars like that, and until I never understood it until I got this car. When I got this car just blew me away. It's not about 0 to 60. This car is comfortable. It's so smooth on the road. It's like butter. It's like butter. it's just so smooth and quiet. I have the address of the original owner of this car, and my plan is to hopefully one day soon, hopefully they're still alive, but I really want to go and talk to them face to face and just, ask them a few questions about this car. I really want to find out what it was that made them get rid of it. Because I'm thinking maybe they were the type that just wanted a new car at some point. Which, I understand that too. But I'm over all that. I don't need a new car. I just need a great car, a good car, a reliable car, and this is it. This is it. I'm dodging a lot of stuff that I just see in the road. I don't want to run over. I don't know what it is exactly, so I'm kind of dodging everything that I see in the road. One thing I definitely like about the 4.6 V8 that they put in these cars, while they're not the most powerful, V8s out there and wearing at the time, definitely, they're so torquey. Like, you don't have to give this car a whole lot of gas to get up to speed. I just basically apply a little firm pressure, not even firm, like just a little bit of pressure on the accelerator, and it gets on up there. It doesn't do a whole lot of revving to get up to speed. It's so smooth. That's what I like about it. Like, it's just so smooth and quiet, and just the engine is it's an awesome engine. It's an awesome engine. Right now I'm going about 55. I'm not I used to be, I do have a heavy foot, don't get me wrong, but I gotta honestly say that driving this car has made me a more cautious, slower driving person altogether. Like, I don't feel, when I get behind the wheel of this car, I don't feel the need to want to speed. Like, I just like to enjoy the drive. I can be just leaving my house and going a mile away to the store, and I just like to cruise and just enjoy the ride. That's how well these cars ride, and they put you in that state of mind. Like, you just want to sit back, cruise, and just enjoy the ride all the way to your destination. And I just think that's awesome. Like, it's just made me just a laid back driver, more laid back. I'm still cautious, but I just enjoy the ride. find yourselves a town car and buy it. Buy that sucker. I'm telling you, buy it. You can't go wrong. You will not go wrong. Buy you a nice town car. You won't regret it. You're gonna fall in love with it just like I followed in love with this one right here. Any comments or questions anybody might have, feel free to comment, and I'll try my best to answer any questions, and I'll respond to as many comments as I possibly can. But definitely feel free to comment. I really want y'all to like and subscribe to my videos, though. At the moment, I'm trying to figure out where I want to go on a trip to. I'll be doing that hopefully right at the turn of spring. I really want to put it on the road and start going on some of these trips I've been talking about. I'm excited about that. But y'all, for big cars, these things handle very well on the road. Like, they just some real solid driving.